Yo, what's up guys? Today is my very first tutorial on this channel for Cosion Effects, and today I'll be teaching you how to, well, not make, but use Realflow. And what you will need here is Cinema 4D R13 or R12. I'll be using R13. And of course Realflow, it doesn't really matter which one. So let's get started. Here you go. Okay, so open up Cinema 4D and create a new scene just by pressing File and New. So as you have your camera like this, you're going to probably want something for the particles that we will be making in Realflow to stay in so that it doesn't just go everywhere. So what I usually do is make like a light box. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a cube and just stretch it out a bit. Make it so that it's big enough that it can hold whatever you are going to be making inside of Realflow. Just tilt the camera with the rotation tool at the top. And there you go. Most likely want it to be thinner like that, and then drag it up a bit so you can see it a lot better. And then you can also add a fillet, which is right down here in the object tag, so that it gives it a bit of roundness on the edges. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to want to create some type of light source, which I'm going to be using a few overhead soft boxes. So after you have your lighting source set up here, or even just using a cube and putting the luminescence tag on in the materials, you can use that as well. So now that my box is just about to be lit up, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Render Settings and Global Illumination just to get that look, to see what it's going to be like when we add it into our Realflow and then after rendering. So as it renders out here, I'm gonna start doing something else as well, and this is going to be opening up Realflow. So just open up Realflow, and this project management will pop up. It will say project name, so just name this anything. I'm gonna put it Cosion Tut. And then your location, you're gonna want to do this. Press the three dots, go to your desktop, create a new folder. I'm gonna create this as tutorial, and then just put choose, and then create new project. So that's it for Realflow right now until we're done with our proper lighting format in Cinema 4D. So here you go. Let's create just one more light so that it's properly, so that we're going to get a nice little few reflections. This also might change within time. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is double click your materials bar at the bottom. Go here, create a nice white, go reflection, and put it on around maybe 10. And then just drag and drop onto the cube and render it out and see what you get. You can also move around the reflection. It doesn't need to be 10%. And just constantly move it around if you guys would like. I usually use 10 for everything and see what the outcome is. And so this is just rendering and should be done in 1 second. And still taking quite a long time, so I'll be back when it's rendered. Okay, I'm back guys. Here you go. This is the Lightroom that we've just created, or if you don't have this, you will have two cubes and just add the luminescence on it from that can be made by double clicking the materials and just clicking luminescence right here. Okay, so now that you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to want to export this as our Realflow file. But what you have to do first is probably make a marker where the thing that you know is going to be facing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a cube, and I'm going to put it out at the back so that I know that this is the back and this is where my camera is. Okay, now there is a lot of bugs in the Realflow exporter right here, so what you're going to need to do is delete your soft boxes, and delete your material off of there so that you should only have this, no materials on it, so that it doesn't crash. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go to Realflow, SD exporter, and just go to add all. Just go to add all right here, and then name your SD file in your folder that we made before. And hold on, just gotta find it. It should be right around in here. So after you've saved it as whatever you want, so go to save as, and I'm gonna just name it Cosion. Press save and make your end frame around 300, and then just go to export. Okay, so now what you're wondering is why did we even put in the light boxes? And that's why they invented Control Z. So just go to Control Z or Command Z if you are on a Mac. And everything should go back to normal. And you can even just delete this cube right here. So now we're going to go into Realflow. So now that you have your Realflow thing already open and in your folder, you're going to go to Import, Import Object, Desktop, find your folder, and then go to your SD file we just made in Cinema 4D and press Open. So as you can see right here, and if you wonder how I'm moving this, you press Alt or Option and just move it around. So this is what the scene will look like inside of our Cinema 4D file. As you can see, the cubes down there. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to first click on the three dots right here. Actually, you know what? Click on these three kind of cube looking outwards things right here. And you're going to drop it down and go to gravity. Gravity helps it drop to the ground and it looks a lot nicer. So now what you're going to want to do is go to the three dots and go to circle. Circle or cubed, anyone will work. And then I'm just going to bring this up. And I'm going to move it up a bit, just a little bit. And then I'm going to make it wider so that it gives us more of a splash kind of look. Okay, so now that we have that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to just press reset and simulate. So there you go. As you can see, there goes the particles and they are just going away right now. And they're creating off the sides and it just keeps on pouring out as the time or the rendering happens. So just press reset. What you're going to want to do is go to your speed. Put this at 0. No, not at 0. Put this at whatever you choose to put it at. I'm going to put it at 10. And I'm just going to make it go from 0. And I'm going to make it simulate water like that. And then I'm going to get it to keep on going just so that it squirts out water until the entire end is done. So now what you're going to want to do is, so that you're hiding this circle thing so you don't see the top of it, what you're going to want to do is just drag it up so that it's not outside of the box, because if it's outside it's not going to simulate properly. And you are just going to simulate to see if it worked. This will also give you a larger splash. So there you go. As you can see, it's going up the walls and it's coming towards us, which is really cool in a sense that how a program can do this, and it's now rolling off the sides. So what you have to do is, because they're only blue particles, what you're going to want to do is go to this mesh looking thing and go to Particles Mesh Standard. Then what you can do is press reset and then just simulate it again, and there you go. There is the fluid actually coming out of the emitter at the top there, and it will go up the side of the walls and looks really cool. So what it is actually doing now is it's rendering out, so we're actually finishing our product as well as doing it at the same time. So what you can do now to make them smaller is you're going to reset, go to your circle emitter, density, and you can just bring this down a bit. I'm going to bring it down to around 10. And as you can see, the particles are a lot thinner and they are a lot smaller, and they do look a hell of a lot better in my mind. So even I'm just going to drop this down to at least 5. 5 seems like a good proper one for this. And make sure you reset. And you can also up the particles if you would like. I'm going to bring this up to a crazy number and just let it render out for a second or two. And let it go up the walls so you get that kind of effect. And the gravity is doing a lot here. It is not only going to make it go up the walls, but it is also going to make it like curl over like a tidal wave kind of thing and make it come down as well. So it does really help a lot, and I suggest using it a lot more with your Realflow files. And so as we have here, as you can see, it's going up the side of the walls, and it should be falling down soon enough. Yeah, you can see right there that it's starting to come down. So this does take a little bit to render in here, and it also does take quite a long time inside of Cinema 4D. But it does end up looking really nice, and it is really cool for speed arts that I've done in the past. So let's go back to Cinema 4D because I think we have enough particles coming out here. So I'm just going to stop simulation, go to Cinema 4D again, and then back into plugins, Realflow, and the mesh importer tag. Now it's going to bring up setup down here, and you're going to go to file path, and you are just going to double click on your folder that is in your original folder that we made, so desktop, tutorial, and then it says type here Cosion Tut. Now that you're in here, you're going to go to meshes and just click the first bin file right here. So now you're going to be like, well, it didn't do anything. So what you can do is just move over the bar right here, and as you can see, it's really just starting to pan out. So let's just give this a kind of a liquid looking thing right now. And we're going to give it a little bit of blurriness. Nope, no blurriness. And just go to specular, so that just gives it the water kind of look. And there, refraction, because water has refraction in it. And just drag and drop. This will make your rendering times crazy a lot bigger. And as you can see here, I'm just started and it's at 5 seconds to 8 seconds. So when I come back, I will show you the end and final product and what else you can do to maximize the looks on this, and just totally change it around, and I can show you how to do custom other lighting for it. So I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back, and as you can see, it is not rendered, and this is because I just let it render for about 6 to 7 minutes, and I clicked a button and stopped the rendering. So it is getting close to 15 minutes, and I got about 40 seconds left. So like and comment if you want part 2. If not, I'm okay with that. And if you guys want to do any other tutorials, just let me know in the description, or actually in the comments, because you guys can't write in the description. And also, please like and sub if you are a new viewer of Cosion Effects, and new speed arts intros and some special news coming up soon probably. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.